Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Denek, and I am behind this YouTube channel, Teachers Denek YouTube channel. Yes, that's right. I'm an English teacher, and I love football. And today, what I would like to do is to make my first fantasy draft for the FPL, for the English Fantasy Premier League, or whatever it's called. You know which one. I'm sure most of you have played it before, and I've certainly discussed this on this channel before. Basically, every year there's this fantastic game that you can play alongside watching the Premier League. If you are interested in watching the Premier League games and you have at least some basic awareness of what is going on there, just like myself, I don't consider myself an expert by any means. By no stretch of imagination am I an expert. Then, you know, you can just join, and let's have some fun together because not only can we play the FPL, the Fantasy Premier League, we can also create a mini league, and I'm gonna call it the FootGlish Podcast Mini League because, as you guys know, I also have a podcast called the FootGlish Podcast that I regularly publish on this channel, but it is primarily a podcast, so an audio podcast, right? And most of the episodes are also on the YouTube channel. So that's why the mini league that we're going to play is going to be called the FootGlish Podcast Mini League. There will be a link in the description right below this video. So definitely click the link to join my mini league or enter the code, yes, and create your team. You still have plenty of time to do that. That's why I am making this video ahead of time. I'm making it, I'm giving it enough, I'm giving you guys enough time to do this. And also, what I would like to say is that this is going to be my first draft. So I believe that the Fantasy League went live only today. So, you know what? There's going to be some changes for sure. But I think I've got some ideas already, and I can't wait to actually have a look at the players that are going to make it into my team. And yeah, let's see. So I will share my screen with you guys. Let's see how we can do it here. Give me 1 second because, as always, I am a bit. I am okay. Let's see. How about this one? I don't like it because my face is covering some of the players. What would be the best way to do this? Let's see. Hang on a minute. Yeah. I know. It's taking me ages. What about this one? Not the best, is it? I kind of like this one the most, but I don't want to be in that corner. It is awkward. It is awkward, isn't it? Can't do that one. Can't do this either. Listen, we really have to we have to go for this one, which I don't think is the best layout. Anyway, so what I did, yeah, to get started is that I clicked auto pick, yeah, and this is what the computer came up with, or rather AI or whatever they use, okay, ChatGPT or I don't know. Is this team any good? Can I keep any of these players? Let's see. Watkins. Hmm. The first three games: Newcastle, Brentford, Crystal Palace. Yeah, it seems like a decent pick. I might actually hold on to that player. João Pedro, who joined Chelsea from Brighton right before the World Cup, or whatever it's called, the competition I hate. And that Chelsea won. Should I keep João Pedro? What are their games? Crystal Palace, West Ham United, Fulham. You know what? That's actually not a bad pick. Chris Wood was one of the best players last year. Brentford, Crystal Palace, West Ham United. Also not a bad choice. You know what? I might actually keep this front three. Computer, you've done a good job suggesting to me which team I should pick. I don't think this is the best way to play the fantasy game, by the way, guys, just to click auto pick. But sometimes this could generate some ideas. Pedro Neto. Too many Chelsea players in my team. No, I'm not such a big Chelsea fan, so no, thank you. Cucurella. Don't like his hair. Sorry, not going into my team. Johnson from Manchester City away in the second game. So I don't think I'm going for Johnson. Savinho from Man City. Interesting. Again, I don't think they have. Well, actually, not the worst. Not the worst first three games. I think I'm going to have someone from Man City, but should it be Savino? I know he wasn't too bad last year. You know what? I can see Guardiola here, so I think yeah, not Nori. I think I'm gonna pick Guardiola as one of my defenders. So Frimpong, he joined from Bayer Leverkusen, didn't he? He's like a wing back. That might not be a bad option, but look at their games. Bournemouth at home is okay, but Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, not the best games. But Frimpong might be a good choice. But you know what? You know who I want from Liverpool? Florian Wirtz. What a player they bought from Bayer Leverkusen. Amazing player. So that is someone that is going right into my team. So I am going for Florian Wirtz. There we go. Florian Wirtz is there. Then I have to have Mohamed Salah for sure. 100% has to be in my team. He costs the most he has ever cost. I think Haaland was more expensive last year, as far as I remember. But as far as I know, Mohamed Salah, the king of FPL, he has been by far the best player in the last decade of this game. He has the highest price he has ever had, and rightly so. Now, the only question is, should I have both Salah and Wirtz? Can I afford to have both these players? This is like going very heavy on Liverpool as well. And if I go for Frimpong, I don't even know if this guy starts, to be honest. Do you know what? I'm not even sure about this. I just love Wirtz. He's a fantastic German wonder kid, and I love the way he plays. And I think he might go straight into that team, actually. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if he starts on the bench. What am I supposed to do? Madison plays for Tottenham. Can't have him in the team. Sorry, mate. No, Trossard probably won't even start for Arsenal. Who I'm going for is Declan Rice. This is because they have introduced something special this year, the Fantasy Premier League. They are changing a few rules. I'm not going to cover this in this video because you have other videos for that. I am not one of those FPL videos where I explain everything about the game. No, please find a different channel. I'm just a dude who has a English English learning channel about football, and I happen to play fantasy Premier League. So uh, back to my original point, Declan Rice might benefit from the new change that they have introduced this season, and the change is that you will be rewarded for defensive contributions, and you can get up to 2 points, which is the maximum. Actually, you can only get 2 points. You cannot get one. You can only get two. It's really weird. But players like Declan Rice, who are defensively minded, might benefit from this. But is he the right choice? I still remember those two free kicks, those two fantastic free kicks he scored against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final last year. He's still in my mind. I don't know, guys. What about Arsenal defenders? To be honest, I don't even like their first three games, apart from, of course, Leeds. Manchester away, Liverpool away, not good at all. I might not play any Arsenal players for that matter. What about Eze? Eze from Crystal Palace. Chelsea away, Nottingham Forest at home, Aston Villa away. Not good at all. I do want some Crystal Palace players, and Eze is great, but I don't think I want to play him. Who I will definitely play, though, is Tomáš Souček. He has to go right in. There has to be a Czech player in the team. And also, we know he is a good player. He can score a goal. And look at West Ham's first three fixtures. Not too bad, I would say. Not too bad. It's playable. He might score a goal or a couple, even. And provided he starts, and again, defensive contributions, that's something he can benefit from as well, this new change. So let's have Souček, Wirtz, possibly Salah, if I can afford him. We have our three strikers. I said we would have Guardiola. Gabriel, no, sorry, Arsenal's fixtures are not good enough, even though I'm an Arsenal fan. Frimpong from Liverpool, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Probably not, right? Probably not. What about Gibbs White? Isn't he wanted also by Tottenham? I think he's linked with Tottenham. He might go to Tottenham. Gibbs White is a great player. What are Nottingham Forest's first three fixtures? Let's check. Brentford, Crystal Palace, West Ham. Yeah. You know what? let's have Gibbs White there for now and see what happens next. Then there's this Scott Palmer who was on fire on the Club World Cup, especially in the semi-final and the final. He was one of the best players, and he is a great FPL asset. He might be one of my premium players there. Let's see. Let's see if I can keep him in the team. Scott Palmer seems like a good choice. This is what AI suggested: Alison Becker or Ederson. Alison Becker from Liverpool. I can't have too many Liverpool players, and he's gonna concede goals against those three opponents. So no, thank you. Allison, I don't know. I don't know. After the last season, I'm not so confident in Manchester City players at all. To be honest, I'm not having a Haaland this year in the team. That's for sure. So you know who I want in my team, though. I want a player from the Czech Republic that is called Antonín Kinský, because he might not be number one, but there is a chance, because I heard that the new manager Thomas Frank, the new Tottenham manager, because as you know, they had fired Ange Postecoglou, so now Thomas Frank is at the helm. Thomas Frank is in charge, and apparently he likes Antonín Kinský, not Anthony, guys. Antonín. Okay, let me just write Kinský. There we go. 4 million, a cheap one. Might not play, but if he does, oh boy, he's a great player. He also is great on the ball, so he will get some bonus points for passes as well. So definitely Kinský in my team, even if he doesn't start, is a great number two. And I'm thinking about Sanchez from Chelsea because I like their first three fixtures. I think it's not too bad. So let's go with Sanchez. He was good. He was quite good at the Club World Cup as well. Okay, I need someone from Everton, right? Because Pickford was actually the best goalkeeper last season because of the way Everton play, and he's a great keeper. David Moyes transformed this Everton team. Should I go Pickford or Sanchez? Actually, Sanchez is cheaper as well. Pickford is very expensive considering he plays for Everton. I think I will keep Sanchez for now. But there is a player I definitely want in my team, and it's Malik Diouf, an ex-Arsenal player, a wingback. I don't think many people know about him much, so I think he will be a differential, as we say. And I think he's going straight into that team because his first preseason game, he was fantastic. He is a real deal. I'm telling you guys, El Hadji Malik Diouf, an Arsenal, an ex-Slavia Prague player, playing for West Ham United now on the left side as a left wing back. I think this guy is going straight into my team. And I wouldn't be surprised if he hit the ground running, started the season well, and collected a lot of points for me. I hope so anyway, because I'm not the best player of this game. And I think my first season I did exceptionally well. My second season I was okay. My third season last year was really disappointing. So I'm starting my fourth season, and I think it's important for me to be more conservative as well. I like these sort of fancy picks and taking risks, but to be honest, maybe it's not time for that because the best players, they are more conservative actually. So I want a nice mixture of those two, conservatism and fanciness, I suppose, just to enjoy myself because it's a game after all. It's a game and I don't expect to win it. I really don't. Okay, I am also having, you know who I'm having? What's his name? Tarkovsky from Everton. And the reason for it is because apparently, based on the change they are making, the defensive contribution, it would be him last season who would have got extra 50 points or something like that because of the way he plays. So let's try this. Let's just be smart about this and let's get Tarkovsky into my team. Another Everton player, actually the first one. Okay. Anyway, do we still have some money in the bank? Only 4 million for two players. Ooh, that means that our squad is way too expensive. We can't afford. Um, we can only afford one more defender, so someone will have to go. But who will that be? Wow, it's this is where it gets tricky. This fantasy league, right? So who was I thinking? I was thinking Virgil van Dijk as well as a Liverpool player. I'm looking at these, so I need to get some defenders in. Last season, Milenkovic Savic was one of the best, right? And he's relatively cheap if you compare him to the other defenders of the similar vein. But I really don't know. What about Shar from Newcastle? Let's check their fixtures. Oh no, thank you. No Newcastle players, not at all. Let's not go there. What about Van Bissaka, West Ham? No, I can't be too West Ham heavy here. They had a terrible season last year. And we already have Diouf and Soucek is there out of, let's say, patriotism because I'm Czech, and he might not actually be the best pick here. In case if you are not Czech, maybe you should actually steer clear of Tomáš Soucek. I don't know, honestly. So who will I get instead? You see, I am not necessarily prepared for this, guys. So I did not like the games Tottenham have. I have Guardiola in the team already, so that's enough for Man City. What about? I can't have Van Bissaka again. Guehi, no. Crystal Palace, we said we wouldn't get anyone from. What other options are there? We don't seem to have many options here, guys. What about Robertson from Fulham? What games do they have? As someone who is relatively cheap. Brighton away, Man City at home, Chelsea away. No, thank you. That's not happening. As you guys can see, I'm stuck at these defenders. Wow. Well, we could just take a risk and go for someone for Manchester United, who, of course, can't be any worse than they were last season. But you never know. It's still Manchester United, but they have Arsenal at home, Fulham away, Brentford at home. Again, not the best idea since they're starting against Arsenal. They will probably concede, right? I hope so anyway. So let's see. It's the second tier defenders. Let's see. Is there anyone I'm interested in? Chalobah. Is he gonna play though? What about Mazraoui from Man United? Same issue. I don't know. Okay, auto pick doesn't work because I don't have enough money in the bank. As I said, someone has to go. So the question is, do I really want to keep Palmer? I think Salah is more important. He also always plays well in his first game, and it's Liverpool. They were the champions last season. Can I keep Palmer and Salah? That this seems to be an issue here because Palmer is 10 million. Can I afford? I think I can't afford Palmer. That's the problem. If I want all these other defenders, Wirtz and Gibbs White, who are like mid-range price, I think it's Palmer who has to go. I still have João Pedro, right? I'm keeping João Pedro, who I think will play. And now I can like choose an okay, let's see auto pick. Bentancur. Uh I can't pronounce this guy's name, but no. Tauro Minks though from Aston Villa. I actually don't have anyone from Aston Villa. You know what? That might actually work. I could go for an Aston Villa player. In that case, shouldn't I go for someone like Konza? What's his name? Konza? Let's see. Let's see if I get an Aston Villa player into my team. Can I just write Aston Villa? No, that's not how it works. How do you spell Konza? Oh my gosh. Konza. Here we go. Konza is a defender. Okay. Sorry. I thought. Rogers is. Okay, let's get both Konza and Rogers. They are popular picks. They have always been popular picks, right? Rogers as a midfielder and Konza. So can I get both of these players into my team? No, I am 1.5 million short. But we are getting there. We are getting somewhere. My strikers are still so funny, right? So I picked striker. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have 4 Aston Villa players now in my team? Oh my goodness, that can't happen. That can't happen. Maybe Watkins has to go, to be honest. I don't know. He could actually hit the ground running. He could score. He could score here, and he might be on penalties too. Because he's the most expensive one, you see. And if I keep, I can't have like 2 defenders from Aston Villa. No, sorry. Let's get someone else. Let's get a new defender. Let's find a new defender, guys. So let's see what needs to happen here. You see, that's how you do your first draft in the fantasy league. It's basically this back and forth. You're deleting some players, you're adding new ones, you're fiddling with your team because it's not easy and it doesn't always work out. You need to have the right balance. Also, you need to have maybe some, as I said, some conservative picks there. Someone that you know will deliver for you because it's all about points, isn't it? It's all about points. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What we need a defender. We need a cheap defender, ideally. We have Tarkovsky, Konsa, Guardiol, Diouf. I think that's a decent defense. Maybe we just pick like a placeholder, someone super cheap. But it would be nice to have someone super cheap who might actually play, right? Don't you think? I think so. Do I want a Sunderland player? Probably not. Probably not. But they are 4.5 million, 4 million, 4.0 million. Let's check again. So these are the cheapest defenders on market. So if I pick any of those, they will probably not play at all, or they will playing for someone like be playing for a really bad team, like Sunderland or something like that. So a team that is definitely going to concede a lot of goals. I don't even know these guys. That's the problem. Like I don't have the knowledge about these defenders. Let's see. Let's just set the limit. 4 million. I'm looking for 4 million defenders. So here is the defender that got the most points last season. Still, I don't think any of these will play. Guys, help me out here. Please, I need help. I have no idea. Let's just pick whoever has a nice name. I like the name Heaven. That's a really good name. Probably someone who will never play, but Heaven sounds like a great name for a player, right? So let's have Heaven in the team, and let's hope for the best. Yeah, let's hope that God is on our side, and we collect a lot of points with this player, who will probably be on the bench for all the games uh, coming. So, and he will probably be the first one to go out of my team too. Anyway, we have Heaven, and we will probably always play 3 or 4 defenders, never 5, because of that pick. Someone who will never play. It's just a placeholder, as I said. So we still have 1 million problem there. So, really, should I just take out Watkins and pick someone who's cheaper? Let's see. Let's see who we can get. Maybe Jareth Bowen, right? 8 million sounds like a plan. But now we have 3 West Ham players in the team. That is not a good. Yeah, that. Ah, can we try it? Can we? Because they're playing Sunderland away, right? So I could just. It could be my first transfer. One of the West Ham players. My first transfer out. Even though I don't know which one of these 3 because I like them all. But it's maybe this is the way to go. Just play with 3 West Ham players. Sunderland away. Presumably they should beat them. They are a newly promoted team. Okay, let's see. Sanchez in goal, Chelsea goalkeeper. Kinski as our number 2. Potentially he might play, he might start. Tarkovsky, Everton defender. Konsa from Aston Villa. Guardiol is he's nailed on, and he will get a lot of points. So I'm not worried about Guardiol. It's my strongest defender in this team actually. Heaven, well, yeah, is there any more to say about that? Playing for the worst shit team in the world, Manchester United, and also uh, probably not even starting for them. But he has a great name, so that's why he made it into my team. Al Haji Malik Diouf, a new signing for West Ham, a 20-year-old boy. Will he start? Not sure, but he will definitely get some minutes. So that's my secret tip. Al Haji Malik Diouf. I can't say his name. You know who I mean. Gibbs White, someone who is linked with Tottenham but still playing for Forest. let's keep him in the team. I think, yeah, he has decent fixtures as well. Rogers, because I like Aston Villa's fixtures. That's why I'm keeping Rogers. Mohamed Salah, the king of FPL, has to be in. Wirtz, the best signing in the Premier League this season, in my opinion. Soucek, you know why I'm keeping Soucek. You know I love that player. Chris Wood, honestly, I didn't think I would keep this player, but he's definitely starting from for Forest. You know what? Let's keep Chris Wood. How many players picked him? 13.5 managers of this game. Okay. João Pedro, a new signing for Chelsea, makes sense. Jared Bowen, he was 8 million and he fit my squad. And their first game is against Sunderland. And I even think they have a chance against Chelsea. I think the London Stadium will be full. And the third game, okay, let's just do it. Make transfers, confirm. This is my first fantasy team draft. And I think I'm not even sure like how I will start these players. Well, Heaven has to definitely. Tarkovsky is going in. That's for sure. Heaven is my last player. Let's hope he doesn't get any minutes. Uh, Chris Wood against Brentford. I definitely want João Pedro. I want Bowen. So do I want to play three strikers? Soucek, Salah, Wirtz, Rogers. I could play him over Rogers, but yeah, I don't know. I probably should. Probably should because Newcastle is not an easy team to play. Gibbs White has to be in as well. So how do we make that happen? How do we have? Okay, assuming that Aston Villa concede a goal against Newcastle at home, I think I should probably put Konsa on bench and play Gibbs White instead because he has Brentford. Kinski is going into goal because if he doesn't play, if it's Vicario who plays, that's fine, and Sanchez will go straight in as a substitute. I'm not explaining how the FPL works, how the Fantasy Premier League works. If this is your first time watching, just watch any video how to play Fantasy League. Just Google it. Go search on YouTube, you will find it. But if you guys like my fantasy team, please give this video a like. If you don't like it, please give it a like as well because it helps me out. Okay, so it's the deal. And please tell me who you think is a terrible pick and who you would replace. And tell me if you have any suggestions how to make this team better. Write it in the comments. Don't forget to join my mini league. The link is in the description of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you soon. Bye. Bye for now.